Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Jag here. In today's class, we're just going to continue with our math and content on the equation of a median, and this is going to be part 2. And so we're going to try some more examples as well to make sure everyone has grasped the concept. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so here we are. So I put equation of a median, part 2. So let's try this example. So I'm just going to grab another pen. Okay, and again, I'm going to give you, so this is going to be a triangle. Okay, what we're provided with is going to be the actual coordinates. So I have E, F, okay, and G as well. So G is 3 and 4. Okay, everyone sees that? So what we're going to do first is kind of just like sketch out, okay, our triangle. And again, you should always sketch it out so I know what I'm solving for here. So let's put E down. So E is negative 4 and positive 3. Okay, then F is actually negative 1. Okay, and 0. So this is F right here. Okay, and then G is 3 and 4. So this is G right here. Okay, so now we're just going to join the dots together. Okay, and the median, okay, is going from vertex E. Okay, and then it's just going like straight down like this. Again, I'm just going to put M here. So again, whenever you're solving for the median, okay, this line, so let's make it a straight line that just goes through like this. Okay, when you're solving for the median, the first thing you're going to do is actually find, okay, in this case, I'm going to do the midpoint, okay, of FG. Okay, because I know it goes through the midpoint here. I don't know the exact value, okay? So let's use points F, okay, and G, and I'm just going to rewrite the points here so we can see it clearly. Okay, and again, I always make sure I label it. So x1, y1, x2, y2, okay? Make sure you memorize the formula, okay? Capital M for the midpoint, midpoint FG, okay? And I'm just going to write the formula here. So x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay, again, there are 3 steps that we have to do here, okay? When you get really good at it, you'll be able to see the steps right away, okay? I always make sure I number the steps so the teacher can see that. Okay, so let's add the x points together, negative 1 plus 3. Okay, and then you're going to divide it by 2. And then I'm going to do 0 plus 4 divided by 2. Does everyone see that? So we're just adding our x points together. You divide both of them by 2, okay, the x points and the y points, because again, this is the midpoint. It's going to be in the middle. It's equal distance from both of the vertices of the triangle. Okay, so in this case, we're getting 2 over 2. I'll write one more step here. This is 4 over 2. And we can see that the midpoint is 1 and 2. Okay, and we can see that's pretty accurate right here. Okay, this is where the midpoint is, 1 and 2. Okay, so you can see we have the midpoint here. Okay, so let's do the second step right here. Okay, the second step is going to be the slope. Okay, and the slope is basically of EM. Does everyone see that? So this is my median line. It's going through, I have points E and points M that basically lie on the median, okay? So I'm going to put down the formula for the slope. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, okay? And maybe let's just write the points here, okay? So for E, okay, at the bottom here, the point for E is negative 4 and 3. Okay, and then point M is basically what we solve for. It's 1 and 2. Okay, so this is actually a really good example, okay, because I noticed that my midpoint is exact numbers here, and it's not a fraction, which makes it very easy. Let's label this. So x1, y1, this is x2, y2. Okay, we're going to put it into the formula for the slope. Okay, so we're going to do 2 minus 3, like this, over x2, which is 1, minus negative 4. One more time, make sure when it is a negative, put that in brackets, okay? So this becomes negative 1, and the bottom is actually 1 plus 4 because there are two negatives there. So that becomes 5, okay? And so this is basically my slope. I'm just going to box it right here, okay? So we know what the slope is. And the slope here is negative. It's negative 1 over 5. Okay, which makes sense. If you're looking at your actual diagram here, I can see that the line is coming downwards. And that's why I know that the slope has to be negative. Okay, just like in this case. Are we good so far? Are there any questions here? Okay, good. And so we're going to do basically just one last step here. Okay, so let's put step 3. Okay, and in this step, what we're going to do is find, let's put the equation, okay, of the line. So again, whenever you're finding the equation of the line, okay, I just have to put it into my y equals mx plus b equation like this. Okay, I'm going to plug in, so my slope, which was negative 1 over 5 from step 2. And we're going to just plug it into our equation. Okay, so let's put that in here. Y equals negative 1 over 5x plus b. Does everyone see that? Okay, and then what you're going to do here is, again, I have points E and M, okay, that lie on this line. I'm going to plug in point M. And that's, again, just because I have two values, they're whole numbers, and there are no negatives here as well, okay? So this is the x and this is the y. Okay, so I've seen a lot of students kind of mix up the x and y values when they're plugging it into the equation. Make sure you just double check here, okay? So the y value is 2. So 2 equals negative 1 over 5. Okay, and I see that the x value is 1. So I'm plugging in 1 here, plus b. Okay, is everyone with me so far? Okay, and again, the teacher does not want to see any decimals. I have to use the fraction. Okay, so 2 equals negative 5 times 1. So negative 1, or negative 1 over 5 times 1. That stays the same. So negative 1 over 5 plus b. Okay, what we're going to do in the next step is take the negative 1 over 5 to the other side. Becomes positive. So 2 plus 1 over 5 is equal to b. Okay. And what I want to do now is just take a common denominator. So I'm going to put this over 1. And we're just going to multiply the top and bottom here by 5. Does everyone see that? So we're just adding the fractions together. Make sure you don't forget to change the sign here, okay? Because it's negative 1 over 5. I'm going across the equal sign and it's becoming positive 1 over 5. Okay, so this is just 5 times 2, so 10. And then 1 times 5, 10 over 5 plus 1 over 5, which is equal to b. Okay, and now I have a common denominator here, so we can just add the numerators together. So I'm just doing 10 plus 1 here, 11 over 5. That's what b equals, okay? 11 over 5. So just like this. Everyone sees that? This is the third step and the final step when you're looking for the equation of the line, or we should put maybe the equation of the median in this case. Okay? And the only thing you need to actually remember is that the median does go through the midpoint of the opposite side of the triangle. And so finding the midpoint is actually the first step. Okay? In the second step, I'm finding the slope of the median using the 2 points. I'm using the midpoint. Okay, and then I'm also using the vertice of the triangle. Okay, so I have to remember also that the median does go through one of the vertices of the triangle. All right, and so here what we're going to do is just write our final equation. When you write the final equation again, it is still in the same format, okay? It's still in the format of the y equals mx plus b. Okay, so the slope that we found here was negative 1 over 5. So we'll put negative 1 over 5x. Okay, and then plus my b value, plus 11 over 5. Okay, and this is actually my final answer. Okay, and again, I did mention before in a previous video, okay, that when you get the equation of a line or a median in this case, I noticed that the denominators are the same, and that is usually the case, okay, when you're dealing with the fractions. All right. And so that's basically how you're finding the equation of a median. In the next video, we will be going through how to find the equation of an altitude as well as how to find the equation of a perpendicular bisector. So if you haven't covered that yet, that's going to be the next topic. All right? Okay, so that looks good. And if there are no questions, that does bring this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see everyone in the next video. Thanks. Bye.